Welcome to episode 4 of the Samuraicast. This is Woujo with Rafael Vela and Armin Bruni. We're going to be talking about abundance mentality today. And go to our website. Well, we don't have a website yet, but go to our Facebook, The Social Samurais. And go to my website. I have a website, wojo.com, woujo.com. You can hit us up. We'll give you guys free, or not free, but like private consultations, coaching, and we're going to be doing boot camp soon. So today we're going to be talking about abundance mentality. And I think that the main problem that guys have when approaching girls or talking to girls or being in a relationship is they feel like this is the only girl that they're going to be able to get. So they get needy, they get desperate, they let the girl treat them like shit. And we need to talk about abundance mentality. Rafael, you want to start?
Yeah, man. Dude, that shit's huge. Like, if you're not... I think you should be hitting the fucking streets if you're trying to get better at this or you're trying to speed up progress, you should be getting at least 5-10 numbers a night. At the end of like Monday through Saturday, at the end of 6 days, you have 60 numbers. On Sunday, blow those numbers up, man. And the next week you should have at least 3 to 4 guaranteed dates. And the next week, maybe 1 or 2 will continue from that. That way you're texting, you're calling, you're meeting up with 6 cool girls a week, and that pattern continues. That's the only way to take care of neediness, in my opinion, because neediness is gonna be the shit that makes you the least fucking attractive. I know one guy who I mentioned last week is just polarizing as fuck. Chicks will like love him from the start because he's the epitome of a badass. But the moment he fucking talks, she loses all interest in him because it's straight neediness. It's creepy, it's fucking needy, it's just no positive energy.
Huh? So lame.
Yeah, it's just lame as fuck. I'm like, dude, you're a badass. Why do you instantly drop everything the moment you talk to a girl?
And he's huge.
Huge tatted. Like, we could just talk about this guy all day.
Army. Or
Marine, yeah.
Marine, yeah.
Damn, that's gonna give it away. Just a badass. But I mean, god damn, I want to give so many details, but I can't.
No, you can. Like, I mean, as long as he's not listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's worked in the industry for a fucking long ass time. He's a manager of he's been a manager of dope ass clubs. I mean, he should be fucking slaying, man. But that neediness just kills him every time. So you have got to be waking up every day to a few different text messages from girls. You have got to have different options. You know, like if one girl really, really broke your heart, would you be that sad if you had 10 other girls just like that? Not really. You'd be all right. You'd pick up maybe where you left off, unless there's a little bit of emotion attached to it, which makes sense, you know. Me and our pussies when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm a big pussy.
Don't generalize.
What the fuck? And abundance, I don't think it's easy to just put it all on girls. But then I also have friends that have abundance of girls and have nothing else, and they hate their lives. And these are just the pickup crazy dudes that are just psychopaths, and you kind of look in their eyes and it's just all darkness. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And so you need abundance of fucking everything, man. Like I want, and especially me in my life, that's what I want. I want abundance of different work related things, of different hobbies, of relationships, of friendships, of even family life, man. Like I want a bunch of shit going on. You want a good fucking ecosystem of this shit. You know, you want a lot of things going on around you. That's the only way to get rid of neediness. A lot of you guys aren't even that needy. It's just you don't have shit going on. Like, of course you're gonna be needy. You have nothing fucking going on. So something I kind of live by is that, and I told Sam this the other day, what I want in my life is like, I want people that want me there. What do I mean by that? I want the type of jobs I want the managers to really want me there. I want my friends to really want me there. I want the relationships that I have to really want me there. And I tell that to girls all the time. I tell that to anyone I'm talking to. I'm like, dude, if you don't want me here, you're cool. Like, it's fine. Just tell me. Like, I'll leave you alone. But I mean, one of the reasons I liked working with Sam was because of that, because he really wanted me here. So I'm like, I'll give you 110 if you give me 100%, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Also, like, you have to understand, like, abundance is what gives you the ability to talk for hours and hours when you're in a set. So what do I mean? Like, as Rafi said, like, the reason why a lot of people run out of things to say is that they don't have things to say in the first place. They don't have shit going for them. What do? Like, they do their 9 to 5, which most likely, you know, if we take an average, it's probably some variation of an office job. So what happens there? Not a lot. And then they come home. Maybe they hit the gym, maybe not.
Beat the meat.
They beat the meat, right? And then they go out. So what can they talk about possibly to the girl to get them like really attracted? Not a lot. And they even say this about like copywriters. They say the best copywriters in the world are those with the most interesting lives. So let's take an example. Like a really famous copywriter is Joe Sugarman, who used to be. He has a really funny name, right? Yeah. No, it's just me. Okay. And he actually was an engineer, and then he was like in the military, and then he started like writing copy. So, but he's saying that in his book, he's saying like the reason why I'm so good at what I am is because I have a fucking interesting life. I have a lot of things going for me. I have a lot of experiences. And that's why he never runs out of things to say. Mm-hmm. And in game, it's the same shit. Like, the guys I know that do the best with girls is either because they're, like, just naturals, so they just know what to do and what to say, or they're just having so many experiences in their lives that they don't care to share them with other people, and people are attracted to it, you know? So, didn't they say that about mystery? Like, they said, like, if you have one story, you have something interesting to say, but if you have a lot of interesting stories, you're an interesting man. So it's actually who you are.
I never heard that.
You know what I mean? I mean, it was something like that. I don't know. I fucked it up, but yeah. But it was something along the lines of that, which means, like, okay, if you have plenty of interesting things to do in your life, like, you're never gonna run out of things to say. You're never gonna feel needy because you know a lot of people, and you're also too busy to be needy in the first place.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this. A lot of guys say, I understand the concept of abundance mentality if I actually had a bunch of abundance, but if this is like my first night going out and I don't have any women and I haven't been doing well lately, you know, how do I pretend to have abundance mentality when I don't actually have any other women in the pipeline? How do I not be needy when I don't have any other women? And I think the solution to that, and it's really hard, but you just got to pretend. You just got to put yourself in the mindset of somebody that does have a lot of women. And, you know, one thing I try to tell myself is, like, if I'm ever in a weird situation or I don't know what to do or what to say, I'll just ask myself, how would I react if I was Brad Pitt or Jay-Z? Or how would I react if I had 10 other girls waiting for me right now to come meet them? And a lot of times, like, abundance is weird because women are judging your subconscious demeanor. Like, a lot of game is subconscious, like what you're just naturally doing without even thinking about it. And when you don't have abundance, you're naturally just going to revert to being needy because your mind is like, dude, this is the only one. We can't lose this. We can't fuck this up. If it's this girl, if it's not this girl, we're going to have to beat off again tonight. But when you have abundance, like, subconsciously you change and you are acting like somebody who has other options and they can tell. So I guess my question for you guys is, what do you do when you don't actually have the real abundance?
Real quick story on beating off. So I used to have this lotion bottle next to my fucking desk that Armin literally ran through. So I had to go buy another goddamn lotion bottle, and I put a label on it. Yeah. Put a label on it. Armin, do not fucking touch. And one night he brought a girl over, and she was like, "Does that really say Armin don't touch?" It was good times. Yeah. But it did not. Yeah, I think you gotta fake it till you make it, man. Like, just what would Jay-Z, what would Brad Pitt do in those situations? And I mean, if I've got a guy that's telling me, like, I can't fake it or this, you're living better. If you're living in America, that sounds cocky as shit. If you're living in America, you already won the lottery, man. Like, your life is better than a lot of other fucking fucked up places going on right now. if you got a roof over your head, you're doing a lot better than a lot of other fucked up places. If you don't have to worry about going outside and getting a fucking nuke or a shot in the fucking head, you're doing a lot better than a lot of other people in the world. So be fucking thankful, man. Know that once you go in the set, you're gonna come back alive. She's not gonna fucking pull something out and shoot you. You're gonna be alive, and then you can do it again and again and again. There's so many spots where there's millions of girls, you know? There's girls everywhere. You have to really believe that if you're doing the right things, you shouldn't need to be needy. There's no point in being needy.
So one thing is that you can fake it, but I would also say that if you can't fake it, then you really can't do anything about it besides working on yourself. And the reason is because when you're needy, what you're actually doing is that you are projecting an emotion. And since it's an emotion, it's not something that you can easily fake. It's not something that solves itself over a night of game. It's a process, and that's why it takes, getting good at game and being less needy actually takes time, because you have to get rid of that emotion and you have to replace it with better emotions that you can project onto the girl and kind of make her think that, okay, you have a lot of shit going on in your life, and you're the last thing, you're the farthest thing away from being needy. So yes, you can fake it, but there is also an emotional component to it that you have to get rid of if you don't want to be needy like long term, if you want to be thinking about this for the rest of your life.
Yeah, so I mean, it's exactly right. You gotta literally change your emotions so that who you are is different. So because most of what any person does is just based off emotions. Like, you're not thinking about it. So if you fundamentally don't feel needy, then you're not gonna act needy. And a lot of guys, when they're inexperienced with girls, they're like, why do girls like assholes? Or why do girls like guys that don't care about them? And the reason is, girls like guys that don't care about them because guys that don't care about them don't pressure them. Like, every hot girl has a guy that's up her ass, that's fucking texts her all the time. It's like she's got some ex that calls her crying at 4 a.m. She's got dudes that stalk her. She's got dudes that get mad at her because she doesn't text them back right away. And it's like pressure, and it's annoying. A guy that doesn't care about her is like a breath of fresh air. It's kind of like, I'm nice. I'm not being an asshole to you. I'm spending time with you. I'm being friendly. But I'm not going to, be up your fucking ass. When you have so many dudes putting pressure on you and begging you for shit, the one guy that just doesn't want anything from you suddenly becomes like, okay, finally. And it's kind of fucked up, because you shouldn't be attracted to someone who doesn't care about you. But when everybody cares about you way too much, the one guy that doesn't give a fuck makes you feel good. And I've even said that to girls before. I'm like, look, man, I don't want to date you, but I'm not going to be needy. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be friendly, but I'm not going to be up your ass. You'll be able to live your life. You won't have to feel guilt. You won't have to feel bad, that you didn't call me back. Like, I just don't give a shit. And it's hard. And, I think part of it is like pop culture and movies is they make guys feel like, if you like a girl, you got to be up her ass 24/7. You got to beg her for stuff. Like in the movie, like Cinderella, the bitch loses her shoe, and like she has to run away from the party, and the guy's like, we need to find Cinderella. We're searching every shoe in the kingdom. We're going in everybody. Like, it's like some police Nazi shit. It's like like in all the Disney movies, the princes are mad creepy. Like, it's not. That's why dudes are creepy, because dudes in movies are creepy. But in reality, Cinderella doesn't want you knocking on every door to find her ass. Like, she probably ran away from you because you were being a creep. So I don't know how I got on that tangent, but
no, it's right though.
It's perfect, man. Yeah, it's perfect. Like, Armin's got a great girl right now, and I mean, how many DMs does she get a day from just creepy motherfuckers? How many dick pictures is she getting a day, or used to get now? And I'm the same way. I mean, my girl kind of gets the same shit. Yeah, a lot of them.
Facebook every day. Though.
God damn, it's the saddest thing.
Guys just like white knighting.
Guys just like, and they are waiting for you to slip up too, man. Like,
dude, isn't that the worst?
That is the most goddamn.
Especially with industry girls, like they will put up a simple ass Facebook status like, "Oh my God, why do guys like do this?" And then you will have like hundreds of comments like these fucking pussy ass white knights like, "You were so right. Fuck that guy. He shouldn't have said this. He shouldn't have that. You know."
I'm not like him.
Or the worst is when they do screenshots of weird Facebook messages they get, and then guys say stuff like, "Oh, I would never say this to you. Oh, fuck that guy. How can he be so creepy?" Like, it's like the most normal thing a guy would say, like, "Hey,
What's up?
yeah, like that," or like,
Talking to you. Nice meeting you last night.
like maybe deeper into the conversation, like you would say, like maybe like send a pic or something, right?
Yeah.
And then like some white knight shows up, like, "Oh my God, I would never say this. What? He's asking for a picture of you? What the fuck?" Like, so they're just, you know, as Sam said, like they're being pressured, or like guys are like up their ass, like just ass kissing, you know. And if someone is not like that, especially with hot girls, and the fact that, you know, you have shit going on in your life, you're working out, you have good friends, you're actually fucking smart, maybe you're even educated, like that's just a breath of fresh air that a lot of girls, a lot of hot girls, a lot of girls in the industry especially just don't see a lot.
Yeah, and it's just a fact. I mean, everybody knows this. Women are attracted.
That chair so quick. I was like, oh shit. Because it was funny. Yeah.
It's just a fact that women are attracted to guys that other women like. Like, it's just a fact about women. Guys aren't like that. Like, you know, if I know a bunch of guys want to fuck a girl, that doesn't make me want to fuck her more. But women are not like that. Women are attracted to guys that they know other women like. And they'll even tell you that. They'll be like, you know, I brought home a girl one night, and while I was fucking her, she yells out, "Pretend like I'm one of those other girls at the club you would have rather brought home." I was
She
like,
said that whole sentence while you were fucking?
something like that.
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
And I was like, damn, that's some low self-esteem shit. But like, that goes to something that in women, they want a guy that they know other women can get.
Yeah.
So if you like only are focused on one woman, she's gonna think, well, this guy can't get anybody else, so he's like settling for me. Like, a lot of girls are insecure. So if they're the only girl that you're like seeking, they're gonna think, well, you know, there's something wrong with this guy. You know, why does he like me so much? Why does he not have any other girls? Women want to know that you can get other girls. And it's kind of a weird thing in relationships, because in a relationship you're supposed to not go after other girls anymore. But until you're in a relationship, you need to let her know that you have other options. You don't say that, because that's douchey. Don't be like, "Hey bitch, I have other options." But
You could just say, "I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one." That's usually what I say.
Yep.
Armin says all the time.
do you really say that to
No,
girls?
I don't say that. I'm just talking shit.
Okay. Yeah, so there's this, you know, another problem with guys is they get attached too quickly to a girl. Like, it's just a fact that science has shown men fall in love quicker than women do. Like, men get emotionally invested quicker than women, because men have a shorter list of things that they look for. If you're hot, that's all most guys need to fall in love with you. Like, they don't even need to know what your name is, what you like to do. But women have a lot longer of a list, so you may be all in with her, but she's still trying to figure you out. So if you start being overly like needy and aggressive and acting like you guys are together before she's even decided what she thinks about you, she's gonna think you're weird. And that's just like one of those, that's the biggest problem men have, is that they're not patient. You need to let her invest in you. You need to let her fall in love before you start acting like you guys are together. And that's the biggest problem men have. And dude, I have that problem too. Like, I'll see a hot girl at the club and I'm like, "You're my wife now. That's it. Like, I'm in love." And then, but I can't act like that, because this bitch is gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So.
Yeah. Me and Armin used to talk like that all the time. Like, yep, that girl is gonna be pregnant very soon. I mean, we're like, yep, that girl, we're gonna marry that girl. Hey, just give me 5 minutes, I'm gonna marry that girl. Like, which is like a bad way to talk or think, but yeah, what the fuck are we talking about? I just zoomed off. Like,
Neediness and abundance and all that shit.
I feel like we covered pretty well. You got anything else?
Not really, no.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking hate white knights.
Jesus, they're the worst.
Jesus, I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've been in in the streets and field and whatever, and it's just like you get vibes like that, like you're doing something wrong because I'm doing, or Amin's doing, or Sam's doing what you're too fucking scared to do. You know, like that's the only way I know how to say it. I've had some close friends, I'm not gonna say any names, that, you know, don't do pickup or whatever, but if I say hi to a random girl, they will lose their shit. What the fuck are you doing?
They will come in and
they will
kind of like destroy the set.
Yeah.
Which if you do it once, like
it's
with
funny.
your boy, like it's actually funny. But I mean, the place they're coming from.
Yeah.
It's like.
What's their
so bad.
reasoning?
It's just they
It's
need
the
to
same
see
shit for White
failure.
Knight.
They
Yeah.
need to see that it doesn't work. And I'm just like, you don't have no idea that this does work. You have no idea that facing your fears, going up to talking to someone, you're not taking anything away from them. You're actually changing that girl's life. I mean, she might go home and just be like, wow, the greatest guy, the coolest guy made my week because he came and said hi to me when no one else would. And as a whole, as a man, like, you don't know the impact you have on a girl's life. I mean, you start talking to a girl, you start dating a girl, suddenly she goes from a party girl to someone different. Suddenly she goes from not caring about school to caring about school. Suddenly she cares about maybe that alcohol doesn't taste as good. Maybe I need to clean up.
Of Coke is not as good.
Maybe that line of Coke is not as...
Or it's great, I don't know.
Now she's like, I need cocaine.
And now or now she's like, fuck this guy, I need heroin. But I mean, I've seen it where girls change for a guy. I've seen it where guys change for girls. So I mean, if you're providing that type of value, man, there's no way you can feel bad about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, fuck White Knights, you know, because like, because
right now.
like, the reason why I just dislike them so much, and I'm really not trying to use the word hate, is because like they think that by saying what they're saying, they're gonna end up better.
Yeah.
Like, they think if they come into a set and they say, oh, don't listen to him, he's an asshole, like, I'm here to, like, rescue you, like, they think they're doing a better thing, but they don't understand, like, what you're actually doing is the right thing.
Yeah.
By you walking up or expressing your intentions with a girl, of course not like, hey, I want to, like, fuck you, but, you know, kind of, like, follow the process, that you're actually improving her, right? So that's why I hate White Knights. But don't get me wrong, though, like, I think if you still go for the girl you want to go for and you want to express to her that you really like her and that you want to, you know, whatever, like, date her or whatever, like, that's still good.
Yeah, dude.
Like, going for what you want is not the same as chasing or being needy.
Yeah.
Now, if you kind of don't balance that out with, hey, like, I really like you and, you know, I want to, like, get a drink with you or something, but if you keep playing hard to get, like, I'm just gonna give up on you, like, that's different from chasing her down, stalking her, sliding her DMs all day, you know? Mm-hmm. So you have to balance it out. Like, you can show your intentions and show her that you like her, especially if she's the kind of girl that actually appreciates that and not some girl with, like, bad daddy issues, you know? If she really appreciates that, then you should really do that. But you also have to understand that you can't put her in front of your own needs, which are, like, the gym, your career, you know, your family, like, your education, all that stuff. Porn.
Yeah, bitch gets in the way of my porn. She's gone.
Not today, Lisa.
But so what Armin was saying is a really good point, which is that. So Armin was making a really good point, which is that it's okay to express interest in a girl, and a lot of guys are afraid of expressing interest because they're afraid they're going to come off looking creepy. But creepiness is an emotion. It's too much emotional investment. If you're not emotionally invested in her, and you're showing that you're still rational and you still have your, like, wits about you, you can say all kinds of shit to a girl. You can say all kinds of, like, sexual shit. You can, like, tell her that you like her. You can ask her out. What creeps girls out is that emotional feeling that you're, like, too focused on her, and if she says no, you're gonna get, like, sad or, like, stalkery or creepy. So if you show, like, that's part of what's great about having abundance, is that I can let any girl know that I like her, but also if she doesn't like me back, that's fine, I'll just move on. And if she needs to feel that, she needs to, like, know that I might, you know, you don't like me, fine, I'll leave. Like, women like the idea that you can just walk away at any time if they start behaving badly or they start being shitty. And that's a big part of abundance mentality. Like, like if I'm talking to a girl and then some other guy comes up and she starts talking to him and she starts ignoring me, like my emotions want to say, hey man, just hang out, and then she'll get back to you. We'll just wait till this guy leaves. But abundance mentality would say, no, dude, just go somewhere else. Go find another girl. Like if she's gonna talk to a guy, you get to go talk to a girl. Like you don't need to make any commitment to her or sacrifice to her that she hasn't made to you or wouldn't make to you. So it's like this weird balance of like, I'm the opposite of most guys. Most guys, they'll be emotionally into a girl, but they're too afraid to say anything. Where my emotions are somewhere else. My emotions are like my life, my friends, pizza, cheesecake. But I'll tell a girl like, yeah, I'll hang out with you. Let's I think you're funny. I think you're cool. Let's hang out. Let's do something Tuesday. But I'm not emotionally upper ass. And that's the...
Physically upper ass.
Yeah. See, this is the key. Don't be emotionally upper ass so that physically you can get upper ass. Most guys are emotionally upper ass, but they can't get their dick up there physically. So...
yeah, man. Kind of going back to what we're saying about emotions and stuff, like, if it was up to me, man, like, at the end of the day, all my friends would have the same thing. They'd have a career they want, they have hobbies they want, they'd be dating the girl that they want, or they'd have the relationships they want. That's all I want for all of my friends. If it was up to me, we'd have 2,500 fucking clients calling us a day, telling us how happy they are that their relationship is going good, that that girl that we helped them with on a blind date is going good. So I don't think you should ever be scared to like kind of show your feelings in terms of like once you're past that approach, once you're a few dates in, like if she's special, man, like fucking tell her. I'll tell my friends, I'm my dude, like you're my fucking boy, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, how many times probably shouldn't say this on mic, but how many times has somebody messed with you and I just kind of come in fucking bulldozer mode. Yeah. And Armin's the same way. I mean, but that's because we go back, and eventually you get vibes off each other. It's funny because it's kind of gay. Armin's a lot smaller than me, but physically, whenever I'm around him, I know nothing's gonna happen to me. Like because like he'll just rock your shit, and my girl feels the same way about me. She's like, damn, I really hope somebody thinks he's soft because then I get to wrestle. And so I don't think you should ever feel like I gotta hide my emotions. No, man, be that intense, be that emotional. Like let her know that shit. But later on, like if she hasn't invested, don't fucking invest it in her. If she's invested in you, then you invest back. I think one topic that Armin and me used to talk about is most PUAs feel like you should always be like this fucking alpha bulletproof motherfucker, like indestructible. Have some emotions, man. Let her know when something's good. Hey, babe, like you won't believe what happened today. Like fucking, I got a raise here. I got a new gig here. I got beat the shit out of this guy. I mean, we do that all the goddamn time. And then if it's bad, babe, I kind of got fired today. See, but and then I think that goes back to letting the girl game you, right? And then
that, and that's also, it's great that you bring this up because that's what naturals do.
Yes, sir.
So, like, I feel like part of the pickup community doesn't understand that, like, naturals are like humans. We're all humans, We can't just be, aggressive all day. We can't just be like these like badass motherfuckers all day. Like nobody is like that. Nobody. It's annoying. It's like weird. So now the examples you were mentioning, yeah, of course, like when you're in a relationship, like you make certain kinds of commitments, you make certain kinds of sacrifices, you kind of focus your efforts on her as opposed to other girls. Mm-hmm. But even then, I would argue, like at least that's how I am. With a lot of my friends, I see what happens when they kind of settle down with a girl is like the girl might be awesome, but I feel like they're losing all their manliness. They're losing all their masculinity once they get into a relationship. And hold and behold, like in a month or two, they're coming to me like with all these bullshit little problems like, hey, she wants to, this is what literally happened like 3 weeks ago. Hey, she wants to go out. Do you think I should let her? I'm like, dude, like, really? that's the kind of shit you're thinking about. Like,
Yeah.
of course, why wouldn't you? Why would you even think about shit like this? Like, even in a relationship, even if it's, you know, just you and her, or if it's an open one, whatever it is, like, you should still express the qualities you've always had, which are the qualities that in the first place got her attracted to you. Like, she loved you, or now she loves you because, you know, you hit the gym, because you read, because you are a family, like, you love your family, because you have good friends, because you're real, you're authentic, and you won't lose any of that in the relationship. You know? Now, of course, if she's the only one, then you're going into kind of a contract that, okay, she's the only one, but besides that, you should still pursue your own dreams, no matter what. And that's gonna be the way to actually keep a relationship going for years and years, is that you're doing your shit, she's doing her shit, but you guys are helping each other grow, as opposed to you're being like this control freak just because you have this idea of like, oh, you know, I'm the man, I have to take care of everything. Like, no, that's bullshit.
Those feelings, like, this kind of goes into like a different area about relationships and shit, but those feelings of like jealousy, of those feelings of you worried she's gonna pull a fast one on you and fuck some random dude or some shit, like, everybody has them. So whichever fucking player tells you that he doesn't have them is full of shit, because, or you're just dating a girl that nobody really wants, and it's, so don't feel bad about it. But you also have to know, like, the way I kind of think about it is, if she does this shit, if she fucks some dude, if I find out she's talking to someone else or some other shit like that, if she's willing to risk that, then she's willing to risk losing me. And I feel like I provide more value than any other fucking guy. You know, I might not provide the most financial value, I might not provide the most knowledgeable fucking value, but I provide enough value for her. So if you're willing to lose that, then cool, because we weren't meant to be. You know what I mean? So that kind of goes back to that trust thing that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, so we had a little... Okay, so there's one last thing I want to say, which is that it's easy to get fixated and focus on one girl when... Because, like, the human beings, we're just naturally evolved to focus really well. Like, that's how we would hunt animals, is we would fucking focus on one deer and, like, chase that deer down for, like, 3 days. Like, that's why we're so good at, like, building skyscrapers and computers and all that shit. But that ability to focus fucks us up when it comes to women, because we focus on just one girl and we think that nobody else exists. And if she doesn't like us, then our life is over. But you need to get out of that mindset and realize that there's a lot of other women out there, and if one girl is treating you like shit or not giving you the time of day, just move on to the next one. Don't be a bitch. This was episode 4, I think, of the Samuraicast. Go to our Facebook page, Social Samurais. We're going to have a website soon. Go to my website, woujo.com, woujo.com, and go fuck yourself. Thank you.